Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. Welcome to Born to Achieve podcast, the show that inspires and motivates you to unlock your full potential and achieve your goals. With your host, Warren Andrew Pinder. Let's get started on this week's episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve.
I am born to achieve, and so are you. I have sitting with me today someone for an episode that's going to be so epic, right? This is a friend of mine from another mother, for a brother who we've been around from grade 4, grade 5 together, graduated together, and we've hooked up, all right, to be a guest on several episodes of the Born to Achieve show. Sitting with me today is Mr. Delano LD Archer. Those of you that know him, be sitting there, I'm laughing because it's so great to really have LD sitting here with me. And I'm sure today, a lot of persons are going to be really, what did you say, LD?
Intrigued.
Intrigued. He said intrigued. I wanted to say something, but he said intrigued. But this his time. And so today we're going to be talking about the life of crime and guns, how it does not make you a man. All right, welcome to the show, LD. Tell the persons about yourself and what you feel about this, man.
Michael, boy, I cut a lot of movies in my life. I can tell you that. But I can tell you something. Shooting a gun don't make you a man. A girl taught me how to shoot a gun, That don't make you no man. And anybody can shoot a gun. You know that? That don't make you nothing, right? But I can tell you this. Your life is about finding out who you are first. Don't follow no examples. Don't follow nobody. Because only you could be you. Now, Mr. Pender could tell you there was a young man we used to work with, Ken. You remember Ken?
Definitely.
Ken always told me, if I don't be Ken, who can be Ken? But you got to find out who you are. All right? Bad company, all these things, that don't make you nobody. All right? You have to be able to be positive in life. And every negative in your life, you turn it into a positive. And you could. Don't let life beat you down.
But it's funny how negative and positive work together. Explain how that actually. And like, show that as work, man.
Negative and positive work through a electronic, chemical solution. A negative, go to positive. But positive is where the power is.
That's right.
All right? And so you got to be positive in life, not negative. Don't let humans get in your way. Nah, that's something that a lot of people can't absorb. Do not. Alexander David taught me that. Don't let humans get in your way. Be positive in life. And life can beat you down. No matter what you do, it'll always beat you down. But you're here to do good. That's what God put you here for, to do good.
But think about it, Ellie, right? Think about it. A car ain't gonna fire up, right? If you don't have your terminals, if you don't have a positive,
right?
And a negative terminal on, right?
Yeah.
You understand? But when you look at your car, like they say, when you charge in your car and you take your jumpers, make sure the orange or the red, put it on the positive.
Thank you.
Right? The black
on the black.
Or the negative, right?
Okay.
The positive is what?
The positive is the red.
But the minute you take one of them off, what happens? It ain't gonna start. Ain't no power, ain't no fuels in there, right?
Ain't nothing happening.
Ain't nothing.
The devil live on earth, Understand that. He here to be in your way.
Exactly, and that's the challenges. That's the challenge, the obstacles. What I always talking about, the hurdles. Where we try to tell people to kill you, just you gotta remove. You gotta go under. over or around that.
You got to wig around the devil. Boy, the devil's scared of me. I'll bite him in his throat, but he always on my back.
That's right.
Always on my back.
That's the negative. That's the negative to the charge.
Exactly.
That's the negative to the charge.
Don't be scared of the devil, boy.
Yeah.
The devil gonna always be on your back.
So you said that them hurdles and everything. That's him using the negative force with that battery to try and stop you from starting everything that you try to achieve.
I tell you, don't every negative in your life turn it into positive.
I with you 100%. I with you 100%.
Buddy?
I with you 100%. I'm telling you. So when we tell these young people today, right? When they need to understand, man, that you have so much going for you, but yet against you, until you understand in your mind that you really need to figure out, like you said, who you are and what you want.
Right. And you got to find out your identity. You can't live nobody else's life. You can't be Puff Daddy. They tell me Puff Daddy is a sissy. Now I say, oh my God. They say, Kevin Hart is a sissy. I say, mother sick.
But we got hold on. We got to I mean, that's what they say. But we don't know
it's true. No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's the rumor.
Right.
But you can't live them fellas' life.
Exactly, because you don't know what they live in.
You don't know what they into. So you live your life.
And you can find more positivity. Or your charge can be better.
Right.
You can control the start.
Exactly.
Or how to shut off. Exactly. But when you live in someone else's life, boy, that positive, you even in on the terminal.
And let me say this on this. Yeah, I drop knowledge in doses. Okay, Charles Barkley thought he was dumb, right? Charles Barkley said one thing. He said, your hero should be your daddy.
You know? Ellie, I just last week's episode of this podcast, right? See, man, I can tell you something. A lot of people don't know, right? And I can tell you, I can tell you this. You know, this is so real, right? Because, wait, if you don't know who your daddy is, right?
You don't know Martin Luther King. You don't know Nelson Mandela. You only read about them, you know.
Yeah.
Your hero.
It's who you know.
Hold on. Should be your daddy. Now, the problem is a lot of daddies out there doing garbage. So the young man got to look to their mommy to be a daddy. And they sensitive.
Yeah.
They sensitive.
Yeah. They getting a little.
You know what I mean? They sensitive.
Yeah. They ain't learned. But see the daddy, yeah, but Ellie, man, the thing is, right? The problem with our youth is, but someone got to teach them to communicate this. Someone got to teach them to be temperamental, to be understanding.
No,
right?
So now listen to me now. You talk a different talk. I talk a straight talk.
Right.
You gotta let these fellas know, boy. Your mommy is a woman. That's all she can ever be. She's sensitive. And when she grows you up, that's what you're going to be.
Thank you for joining today's podcast. We'll be right back.
Achieve Man, written by Warren Andrew Pinder and Dominique Bradford. This book passionately focuses on the challenges women have been made to go through and how to overcome them. In some cultures, being a woman disadvantages the girl child. This book carefully exposes the hurdles you might face. This masterpiece is the ultimate self-help guide for women. It reveals your true purpose and identity. Get your copy today. Available from Amazon.
We now return to today's podcast.
No, man. But some women doing good jobs. So you can't say...
Hold on.
Go on.
Back up.
Mm-hmm.
Every man need a father figure, boy.
Agreed. 100 with that. I 100 with that.
And when they don't have that in their life, then their brain get distorted. You know what I mean? They start to think differently. And then they start to act out.
So how do we speak to the young man who going through, who feel it in his mind that he's distorted, like you say?
The problem is young men need activity. Like I told you, when me and you was growing up, the basketball courts used to be full.
Right.
Nowadays, they watching Netflix and watching gun. These violent, I watch these movies, I love watching movies. We never watched them when we was growing up. All they watching is violence.
We used to watch Bonanza at Sesame Street.
Exactly.
That was our. We used to run over to watch Sesame Street and hope to see Bonanza.
They watching violence.
Yeah.
And you know they doing?
Star Trek.
They acting out like little punks.
Yeah.
And they getting out in the car and killing people like sissies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The gun don't make them no man.
Gun don't make you a man.
The life of crime in the gun don't make them don't make you no man.
When I was growing up, we used to punch people in the head with Guinness bottles.
But we ain't talking no violence, man. We used to do that.
No, but I understand what I'm saying.
I understand.
It's a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
But they don't have the activities. But it ain't their fault, It's our fault.
The men. You're speaking with the men. You're talking to all us now. We ain't just talking with
me
and you,
the politicians, whoever you want to blame it on.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, right?
That makes sense.
You are my son's Tevin godfather.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I know, and I can attest that as Tevin as a little child saw you every Christmas, or whenever he saw you, you came to say you doing what is right. You by extension was a father to Tevin.
Right.
Right? So that's what you say. Go ahead.
Because you was my blood brother. See, these fellas, they set up one another,
Yeah.
They don't know in blood brothership no more. You know what I mean?
They ain't learn that.
They don't know that.
Where the gap start, though?
The gap start when the society broke down, when we started to give them everything they want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then they had everything they needed, These young boys grew up with silver spoon and they let me tell you something. Okay, I can say this now. I lived in Abaco, and in Abaco, I learned this. All the Haitian boys in Abaco had all the women. You know why? Because they get up every morning, they go to work and they go to the keys. All the Bahamian fellas, they was on the street bumming. You know why? Because 3 things you don't do to a man. Feed him every day, right? Give him a bed to sleep in that you don't have to pay for, and give him a toilet bowl.
You mean to tell me, right? So you mean to tell me the state, that's what the state doing? Because that sounds like jail. That's what that sounds like to me.
That what destroyed a lot of them fellas in Abaco, because who's working in Abaco? Only the mothers, the Bahamian mothers and the Bahamian women,
Yeah, but I feel, I speak to it all the time. I don't think that, in taking responsibility, I don't think no man, if I did something, right? If I had to go before the court and did something, boy, in the world, my mother come to bring her house papers to put no bail for me, boy.
No.
Let me go sleep on hard mattress or concrete and eat 3 square or whatever and do. But that's responsibility and that's what we
And you know something right now? You know what I used to handle right now? When a young man come to me and asks me for $1 on the street, if he is not mentally ill, I blast him. You know what I tell him?
Mm-hmm.
I say, wait, you're a provider. You ain't supposed to ask and take nothing from a man. Only sissies says do that.
Mm-hmm.
What you begging for? This easiest country in the world to make money in.
No, man, but that I make up. Man, we ain't talking about those body. That don't make them no.
No, but understand what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
When you are a man, you are a provider. You don't take it.
I agree with you.
You don't take, You provide.
You provide, yeah.
That's what God put you here for.
But how we get the message? How we get the message across, really? These people, they calling up all these women out there begging them for money for gas in their car. When they taking these women out now, the woman got to be paying. You understand? So when you talk about provide, see.
Andrew, I don't know.
Man, we talking today about the life of guns and crime, but our next episode we can talk. We can talk about that. We got a couple episodes. We got a couple episodes we can talk about to make
but
sure.
I get straight. I get straight. Right?
You know that. But
I get straight.
Ellie, the problem, the solution to the problem is each of us literally trying to find at least one man. and talking to a person. If you could change one, right? We need more men to step up in that mentor role.
And the problem is you know what it is? It's selfishness. Let me tell you why I say it's selfishness. Every man, that's still on?
Go ahead.
Every man in this country should adopt at least one young man. You hear me?
Yeah, as a mentor, that's what I'm saying.
Every man who got a family, who doing good, should adopt at least one young man and mentor him.
Exactly.
We ain't doing that.
Ellie, you remember all our boys, right? You remember, like, wait, let's say Fox, right? You know my old man. Whenever he came to school.
Oh, your daddy, I used to drop me into school every day.
Every day. So you
know something? I just thought about that, your brother.
Yeah.
Boy, you remember he used to drop us to school every day.
I telling you.
I love him to death.
But you remember?
I thought about that the other day.
When you
he used to hold the wheel. He never hold the wheel up here, you know. He hold it down here.
I know this to do, but I just telling you. I say that to say that.
Yeah.
I said to tell you, right? That, but take responsibility. Ain't no excuse, you know.
No.
See, a lot of people don't understand, right?
Oh.
You remember when I say Fox used to come and he would pick us up. And John, you know, the little green guy, we all jump in the car and he carrying us because whatever we did, he wanted to make sure that he ain't just looking out for his son.
Right.
That crew who we had, all our boys we could call. We could call every last one of them. Right. David, John, Paul, LD. Oh, I calling you. You were sitting there, but I mean, Ali at the time, you had Omar and everyone from St. John's, Dion Gadet. We could go down the line, Dion Thompson, right? We could go down the line. I know you.
You know my history.
And people don't know we was mischievous, right?
Exactly.
But I just said we were mischievous, but yet they wanted to make sure that we was right.
Right.
That we was right. But you know what I learned, right? One of the things that I learned, what helped me, bro, is that a lot of people don't understand. Remember, Daddy died very young. He was 57. I was 56. He died when he was 57. And that made me.
Now for a commercial break.
Achieve Men, written by Warren Andrew Pinder. In this book, you will learn the 7 steps to achieving your dreams and goals. Given the vision to share how the acronym of the word achieve can be used systematically in your day-to-day life. Each of us is given a unique gift from God. Get your copy today. Available in print, ebook, and audiobook from Amazon.
We now return to today's podcast.
The point I'm making is, right?
Yeah.
That it was a time when we had to make decisions for ourselves. So, boy, we could go down some decisions with me and you talk about, right? What we know, right? What we know. But the point is, but you can't hold and blame no one but you.
Exactly.
You understand the decision? You are responsible.
For your, remember Mazzini tell us? In life, there are no rewards.
No rewards.
You only suffer or enjoy
the consequences of your actions. And boy, that's so powerful. I learned that, you know. Yeah, that side was above a death. That side was above a death.
As much as
but how many times? And you only read that more times to me.
That's a powerful
Who you think read that side more than anybody in Sudan? We went to Sudan school. Who read that side more than anybody?
I don't know. But listen to me.
Every time I see my boy Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, I remember Chrissy? I see Chrissy.
Don't blame nobody in life for your mistakes, but
that's what I tell you, and that's why
mistakes are yours.
Yours. That's your experience, and the thing what you could do is learn from it and teach others.
Right.
And that's what we doing. That's what we trying.
That's what we doing
now. We teaching, brother.
Only an agent, you know.
That's it, but
you ain't smart.
No.
God is giving you the information. I always tell people, you ain't smart. God is put you in places that He wants you to be in to help people. You only here to help people here.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about the life of crime and guns does not make you a man. I have with me, like I say, Delano LD Archer, and we have a lot more to bring. Trust me, I told him my 90th episode, it's my 91st episode, and I wanted to go straight to 100 because believe me, when me and this brother been to Taiwan together, we done do some things. I mean, it was my head going school, all kinds of things, right?
Don't tell him that.
So see, I say that. No, I say that for a reason because that's the positive and the negative. You see what I said? He was the positive in school, and I had the negative charge. But he had the positive
Don't tell him
charge.
I head, boy. The nigga think differently, man.
Oh man, that's why. I know you real.
I don't go sideways no more, you know.
I know. But don't worry about that.
All right, listen to me. Let's leave on this one.
Yeah.
Barbie World for Barbie girls. Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice. A lot of people live in Barbie World. I live in the real world.
Well, this is the real world we're talking about right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening. All right. That's the Born to Achieve show. A different style. I hope you enjoy. All right, we got to at least sit down. All right, and trust me, listen to it. We got at least 10 more of these coming to you, and you can celebrate that 100 episode with me. Definitely. Great. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. We hope you found it informative, inspiring, and motivating. Born to Achieve. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and family. Stay focused on your goals, and we'll see you on the next episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve.